Aloha everybody, Kai Waza with you. Welcome back to my channel and an update video, which I do every so often, on recent Hawaiian and Exotica recording acquisitions that have been uploaded onto my hobby Hawaiian radio station, Hawaiian Easy Listening / Exotica station, Hawaiian Hi-Fi. That's going to be linked below. It's on Live 365. You can listen anytime, night or day, and that's free for you to listen to. Although I do have a Buy Me a Coffee, which I will link below. And you know what I've just discovered about coffee? I'm kind of a coffee addict. I saw this somewhere on a short video or something somewhere, where somebody said, put salt in your coffee maker, put a little salt on top of the coffee, and it does magical things to the coffee. It kind of does. I've been doing that, and I kind of like it. Anyway, let's talk about some Hawaiian and Exotica records. I also have two, if you might be interested, very recent releases from Mark Riddle and the Tikiyaki Orchestra in here. And I'm sorry, my voice is a little bit rough. I don't know why. I'm not sick or anything. But you know, this is the morning to do the video, and we're just going to forge ahead. So let's go. First up, I have a release that comes from, I believe this record itself comes from France. Yeah, French record. I ordered this one because I was curious, well, just curious to hear it, because I had some familiarity with the artist, or I thought I knew who it was. I have an album called Island Guitars by Angelo and his Hawaiian guitars, and I kind of thought this probably is the same person, Angels and the Hawaiian guitars or whatever, and his Hawaiian guitars. And it turns out, after a little bit of investigation, it is. And when you listen to the record, I'm like, yeah, that's the same steel guitar player. So it is actually, though, somebody named Angelo Petisi. Angelo Petisi, who recorded a few Hawaiian albums. He was a guitarist and a mandolin player and led some smaller orchestras. Now, he did two, I think it's just the two Hawaiian albums. Although you can also find some of his material under pseudonyms like Archangels, A-R-C. I've seen some CDs. That's his music too. In fact, it's some of the same music that's on these. So he does have some music out there under false names. But the artist is actually Angelo Petisi, and he did quite a few, if you look at all of his recordings, quite a few mandolin albums actually, and several guitar-based albums, and then just a couple of steel guitar Hawaiian albums. I'm not going to say, oh, this is the world's most amazing Hawaiian music. It's not. But it's very. I love it, though. I love it. I mean, I'm not necessarily the best judge of these things in terms of taste, you know? My taste level's probably pretty far down. It's SpongeBob SquarePants music. That's what it is, which I love, that kind of Hawaiian steel guitar music. And in fact, I know they used some of Angelo Petisi's Hawaiian music in the early seasons of SpongeBob SquarePants. You can hear some of these songs in there, but there's no date on this one. But I love it because in addition to a couple of songs I was familiar with, there's a lot of songs that they wrote for this album, and I always love that when there's original compositions. So you know, Angels and his guitars, Angelo Petisi, actually. Now we have yet another steel guitarist coming out of Europe. I was quite happy to get this album. You may be familiar with this artist, Rudy Wairata, and the Kilima Hawaiians. That's the name of this album. Rudy I don't know why I have such a problem saying that. Rudy Wairata. You sometimes will find his name spelled with an I, actually, also. Was a steel guitarist. I think probably very well known for being the steel guitarist with the Kilima Hawaiians for a couple of decades. So a lot of the recordings that you will find by Holland's very famous Hawaiian group, the Kilima Hawaiians, their albums from the 60s and 70s, it's Rudy Wairata playing the steel guitar on those. I love his playing. It's so bright, it's so crisp, and very, aggressive or whatever. I like it. I was happy to find this album. There is an album called Fascinating Hawaiian Melodies, I think it's called, that I have, that looks very similar. You could just flip through and not realize it's a different album because it uses the same picture. It's almost the same layout. They look so much alike, but this one is different. And it has quite a number of songs on it that the other one does not. They only share a couple of tracks. No date on this. And again, I'm going to say, not only is it like SpongeBob SquarePants Hawaiian music, it is SpongeBob SquarePants Hawaiian music. Some of the selections you hear from Rudy Wairata and the Kilima Hawaiians, whatever, are on the episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants. They really are. He is from Indonesia originally, came to the Netherlands at a pretty young age and formed his own group, recorded the Mena Moreira, I never know if I'm pronouncing that right, Mena Moreira Minstrels. Had some disagreements with them, eventually left, formed his own groups again, and also hooked up with the Kilima Hawaiians and was their steel guitarist for about 20 years. So there's a lot of Rudy Wairata material out there if you are interested and you want to look around for it. Great stuff. I love him. And again, as you might notice from the title tracks, almost entirely original compositions, mostly not songs you've ever heard of before. And I love that, officially.
Aloha, everyone. Do you need to get away from the stress and the strain of the modern world? So much going on. Take a musical vacation with me and tune in to Hawaiian Hi-Fi Radio on Live365.com. There, Mr. Kaiwaza is spinning from his collection of over 2,700 primarily vintage Hawaiian and Exotica platters. Great music from performers in hotels and lounges in the islands. From studio musicians, orchestras, from great singers from around the world performing the beautiful music of and inspired by our Hawaiian Islands. You can tune in anytime, night or day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's called Hawaiian Hi-Fi on Live365.com, and it's absolutely free to listen as long as you want. Mr. Kaiwaza enjoys sharing this music with you and invites you to tune in anytime. The link is below in the description box. Hawaiian Hi-Fi Radio on Live365.com.
Now, speaking of steel guitars for the Kilima Hawaiians, we have another one who served briefly as a steel guitarist for the Kilima Hawaiians, only for a couple of years in the studio with them. I don't know too much about this guy. And I knew this album from the contents was going to be sort of more country than Hawaiian, but it is some sort of combination. It's called From Hawaii to Nashville by Frans Doolarad, and my apologies if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Lovely cover of a Tahitian person in a Tahitian dancing costume playing her guitar on the beach. This album obviously comes from the Netherlands because it's all in Dutch. And we have some pictures of Mr. Doolarad on the back. Now, he is a pedal steel guitarist. I'm not going to get all up into the history of steel guitar, and I'm really not a musician. I mean, I play steel guitar a little bit, but it's been a long time, and I play lap. I don't play pedal. And I don't know all the intricacies and all the terms and whatever to talk about here, but pedal steel guitar really became, not entirely, but once it was developed, it became more identified with country music. And there is sort of a country style as opposed to a Hawaiian style of playing. I don't know if you're that familiar with the difference. I know some people are not. People in Hawaii are very sensitive to it, and I'm also immediately, I mean, I can listen to a bar of something and go, oh, that's like a country style. That's not really Hawaiian style. But, you know, whatever. Steel guitar all originally came from Hawaii. It is Hawaiian in origin, factually. So, anyway. Now this guy on the back makes a lot of claims. I don't know that much about Frans Doolarad, except he did perform with Kilima Hawaiians for a few years in the studio as a steel guitarist. And he has a much more country sound. He did pass away in '83. I wasn't sure, 2015. So he was in Nashville. All these pictures were taken in Nashville with various country-related artists. And when I translate this, not by myself, using Google Translate, of course, he's laying a lot of claims to kind of inventing this pedal steel guitar and being the innovator of all this. And I have not been able to find anything that backed that up at all. A number of people were involved in the creation and development of the pedal steel guitar. He is not listed among them. However, maybe he was just referring to his personal pedal steel guitar that may have features or whatever that other ones do not. That may be what he meant. I don't know. Anyway, it is definitely country style playing on this, but I want to say it is beautiful. Oh my gosh. I grew up, because I was always into Hawaiian music, I kind of hated country music. I grew up in South Carolina, and I didn't like it. And that sort of country steel guitar playing, I always hated. I hated it. Somewhere along the way, as an adult, I don't know, that changed, and I decided that, you know what, this is actually very pretty. It's kind of emotional and pretty sounding. I kind of like it. And now, you know, I'm totally cool with it. And this, I have to say, is some absolutely beautiful pedal steel guitar playing. There's so much emotion in here. It's really nice. So, although this is entirely country music, I did upload a couple of songs onto Hawaiian Hi-Fi Radio because I do think the playing was just so exquisite and lovely, and it deserves to be heard. Doolarad, 1977, if I didn't say, yeah. Recorded in June 1977. Here's a Japanese record. I can't really tell you anything about the artists. The Surfriders is the name of the group. It must have just been a Japanese Hawaiian combo studio ensemble that was assembled for this recording, I suppose. And there's not anything really remarkable to say about it, except we do love the cover. Would have been nice to have a little, lady with an arm of flower lace or something, but, I love my kitsch. 1966, and not too much to say about the music, except it's lovely, and it's completely that lovely sort of background Hawaiian hotel lobby music with the steel guitar. It's a typical combo. Steel guitar, ukulele, vibraphone. Very nice, very tasteful. There's a little bit of percussion here and there with some nice bongo drums. Really nice album. Unfortunately, I just don't have a lot to say, but the tracks are very typical. Red Sails in the Sunset, Sail Along Silvery Moon, Beyond the Sea, Bali High, Ebb Tide, Moon of Manakura, Sail Along Silvery Moon. I love when they do Hawaiian versions of that. Pearly Shells, Hawaiian Paradise, Harbor Lights, Beyond the Reef, Hawaiian Wedding Song. So, yeah, very nice record. Oh, I did want to show you the inner sleeve. The inner sleeve's kind of cool on this. This, I guess, initially went around on the outside of the jacket, but it's the shape of it. It's shaped like, isn't that interesting? It's interesting some of the, detail that some of the Japanese record companies did with their inner sleeves, but it's very young Julie Andrews there. Yeah, I love the inner sleeve. Okay, now we're up lastly to our two very new releases in the Exotica music realm. Now, a couple years ago, last year, a year before, a couple years ago, I don't know, Mark Riddle produced an album, Lahaina Sunsets, I think it was called. Beautiful, beautiful album. I have that. Really giving sort of Arthur Lyman, very Hawaiian-based Exotica, right? Like a lot of very sweet songs, very pretty songs, and exotic but soothing for the most part. Well, now in 2026, he has done an album that I guess you could say is the more dark side of Exotica, or the more exciting, I don't know, more rhythmic, more upbeat, whatever, sides of Exotica called Dark Rituals. We're loving this artwork, are we not? Yes. I know when they were publicizing this record, they mentioned Cal Tjader. It's sort of in the style of Cal Tjader, which is true, definitely. And I mean, I definitely can hear some Arthur Lyman, Martin Denny kind of influence of their little crazier, darker stuff. They're all original compositions on the album. I mean, they're not covering anything. It's all their own stuff, or there's a song called Jungle Beat, which is from the Jungle Book, so you get the theme here. There's a write-up of some of the, which was very typical of the Exotica records, like a write-up of some of the exotic instruments that were used in this recording. And overall, you know, this sticker is very similar, made to look like the original Arthur Lyman albums had this kind of a sticker on it from High Life recordings. So a lot of nostalgia here. I loved the previous album. And I love this album too, and it is different. It is, you know, it definitely Exotica. It's I mean, the title and the picture kind of says it all. It's the more dark, mystical side. Not 100%, but mostly. You know, great tunes, lots of percussion going on. Titles like Dark Rituals, Goddess of the Moon. I think my favorite song on here, though, is Laura in Shadow, which he actually wrote for his wife, Laura. It's kind of pretty and very exotic, a little bit minor at the same time, so minor key. I like it. So yeah, it's a good record. I know records are, you know, buying new vinyl. I'm a cheapie, and buying new vinyl can be kind of expensive, and I don't do it all the time. I don't buy a lot of new releases. But I did get this one, and I don't regret it. I like it. It's really good. Showing up that well, but it's a beautiful blue marble see-through vinyl. I know you're getting mostly reflection here. Then finally today we have to talk about another new release from a band that I've followed for a while and really liked their releases from the beginning. I'm talking about the Tikiyaki Orchestra. Now, they just came out with an album called Tikiyaki and the Hawaiiana Brass. Yeah, now I couldn't help but wonder when I heard about this album. This is the cover right here. We're loving it, right? Shag, right? Shag art. Loving it. Obviously, you know, an inspiration here is Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, right? That's kind of obvious, the connection here. But, you know, having a long history with Hawaiian music, I couldn't help. I don't know the band members or anything at all. I don't know any of these people personally. But I wondered if they took their inspiration also from some earlier releases like this one, which was Jack DeMello and the Waikiki Brass Visit Tijuana, which is not Hawaiian songs, but like, you know, it's Tijuana Brass ripoff. And they threw a little bit of Hawaiian influence here and there, a little bit of bongo drums, a little bit of a steel guitar glissando, just a little bit. Or I wonder if they knew about this set. I couldn't help but wonder about this, because it's called Tikiyaki and the Hawaiiana Brass. Did they know about the Hawaiian Brass box set from Longines Symphonette? Was that an inspiration? I think it could have been. This one came out in 73 or 74, I don't remember, right around there. I've had this one, you know, since it came out, basically, in my possession, and I love this box set so much. I love it. It's just got kind of cool, brassy, you know, Hawaiian songs, a lot of unknown, lesser known songs too. So I love that album. But I couldn't help but wonder if they knew about those releases or had those or listened to them, if that was part of their inspiration for this. I don't know. But anyway, they did this lovely release, gatefold. A gatefold for no other purpose, I guess, than to have the artwork inside. inside of it. So now I got a lovely sort of pistachio green marble edition. I also got the t-shirt. I guess I should have worn the t-shirt, right? I didn't usually get merch, but I kind of bundled it. I was like, what the heck? So what do I think about this record? I like it. Yeah, I like it. I'm not like over the moon, okay? But I like it. To me, I would say it's sort of like discovering a Tijuana Brass ripoff album, right? In the dollar bins, you know, which you do sometimes. It's kind of a sub-collection of mine. I love Tijuana ripoff, Herb Alpert and Tijuana Brass ripoff albums. There's millions and millions of them like this. For me, this album, Tikiyaki and the Hawaiian Brass, was kind of like discovering another Tijuana Brass ripoff album that you didn't know existed. I wouldn't say there's a track on it that makes me go, oh my gosh, this is the most coolest thing ever. Like, I love this so totally much. I don't think there's anything like that. It's just overall the album is cute. It's cute. It's Tijuana Brass. I hesitate to really call this a Hawaiian album. I mean, I know it's in my collection because although obviously the artwork and everything is that way, there's only a couple songs that have any real Hawaiian influence at all, that have maybe like an ukulele or a steel guitar glissando or whatever. Just very little. It's very much like the Waikiki brass in that sense. It's really not Hawaiian. And I would hesitate even to put it under Exotica to me, because I think there's one song, Exotique, that I would really call maybe an Exotica song, but what it really is to me, as I initially said, it's a fake Tijuana Brass ripoff album, and it's cute in that respect. So really, to me, it's more classic, easy listening, space age bachelor pad, right, kind of music. That's what it is. I wouldn't personally really call it Hawaiian or Exotica. It's a very easy listening from the 60s that was upbeat and kind of mod at the time. So yeah, I like it. I enjoy it. It's cute. Tikiyaki. I so loved their earlier stuff. The stuff they started out doing was just the best Exotica music that was being done at the time to me. And I understand they've, gone off that path because, I understand as a creative person or whatever, like you're not going to do the same thing over and over and over again. And how many hundreds of versions of the same thing can you do? So, I mean, I get that, but I will forever, ever really love their early few CDs that were just incredible Exotica music. But yeah, if you like that Herb Alpert and Tijuana Brass stuff, which I do, yeah, get this. It's fun, and you can choose. I chose the pistachio. I don't remember what the other color is. There's another color you can get for your vinyl. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and please don't forget to give the video a like and comment something. It helps with the algorithm, helps the videos get spread out further. You don't have to say anything. You can just put a little heart emoji or just a little comment like shut up or something. It doesn't matter. Like, it just helps to move it along, and I appreciate it. And don't forget to listen to Hawaiian Hi-Fi Radio. That's the main thing, man. I have 2,700 Hawaiian albums, and I love sharing them with people all around who like to listen to them. It's 24 hours, 7 days a week on Live 365. It's called Hawaiian Hi-Fi. It's linked below. You can check that out anytime. Thank you all for listening and for staying with me. Some of you have been here for years, so thank you. And we'll see you in the next video.